Hello and welcome, my friend, and then I am planning to give you information and real facts that why Honda is best snowplower in USA and also in globally, and why I recommend only this Honda to you, my friend, in USA, and especially if you live in California, Lake Tahoe area, and you have this 10 feet of that snow like in this winter time, and this 10 feet is about 2 to 3 meters snow, and that's I recommend to you that Honda snowplower, because this is the best and most durable and most easiest your helper in big snow amounts. And now I will tell to you plus 10 things that why this Honda is best snowplower in USA and why I recommend this device to you. Second thing is that in Honda there is really big metal. This is metal cap hat and big tank. It is like 1.5 gallons, about 5 liters or 6 liters gasoline. This use normal gasoline like cars. And then third thing is that there is really fine this gas meter, tank, fuel tank, couch and meter. And let's go to look that thing. It's really nice, this fuel meter, what we can see in there. And now it's like middle level, this red line, it's like half tank, and it is easy to check in snow and winter condition that okay, now I have to there gasoline and I can work like couple of hours. This is fourth thing that we have really nice this fuel tank meter, and normally there is no this fuel tank in other marks and brands. And then fifth point is really surprise thing that if we compare these Honda's engines to versus like Bridgestone and especially those Chinese low quality engines, this Honda's engine consumes little low amount of gasoline. This normally eats about 1/4 or 1 liter per hour, and this is really low fuel consume in this device, this Honda's engine. And this is one point why you should to purchase this Honda, because this consume so low amount of this gasoline, gas, and we can save dollars and our gasoline bills are low. And this was the fifth point why this Honda is top device. Then we go to sixth thing. Sixth point is that this Honda includes really great headlight. That one, it is like this headlight beam, and it is this LED light, and it is really powerful. I believe that it is almost same quality like these trucks in our highways, like Volvo trucks, this low beam light. This is really powerful, like cars light, headlight. And this is really like Honda's snowplower, there's really powerful lights. And you can really drive this Honda in like night time, maybe to like work also, because you have the light in your car, this Honda snowplower device. And this was like sixth thing. And then we go to seventh thing. And seventh thing is really amazing, because it is this snow throttle where snow flies away, and this is really in this Honda's device. This is electronic. It is like it works by this joystick, and it is full remote control throttle, and so easy to use, and it lasts because it is Honda's device. And next we can go to look that joystick. This is really this seventh device, that this is really this snow throttle and this nose adjusting thing, and this works really by electronic. It is so easy. I later show that how easily this works, and I only move that in this way and then throttle change direction, and this is so easy, and it needs that engine must to be in running. But this is fantastic, and this really works in this winter condition. Remember that also. We look 8th point. 8th point is that these Honda's handles, they are really light and so easy to use for, and these are so suitable for women and weak men, because we don't need to be like bodybuilder Arnold Schwarzenegger, like young boy, that we can use these things like in some another Chinese made snowplowers. We must to have really powerful. These are really easy to handle, and this is like 8th thing. Okay, and the 9th thing is that we have in this Honda, there is automatic transmission, and this is gear stick, and this is so easy to use that when this is like neutral position, and then when I like to go forward, I only move that in here, and small amount in here, it moves very slowly in forward, and in that way it moves about 5 kilometers or 3 miles per hour in forward. And I can adjust the speed in one hand and when engine is running, really easy. And then when I like to reverse, only that way, and it goes in reverse. So easy, automatic, best in class. And this is really hydraulic automatic, similar than in Chevy's and Ford's automatic transmissions. This works by oil, hydraulic oil, transmission oil. The best in class. We have snowplower for this full automatic. Next point is this 10th point, and this is this car's gas and idle speed adjusting. This Honda runs extremely smoothly. There is no any vibrations, and always when I put that in idle speed, engine runs slowly. It don't never stops. And I like engine what works and always is in control. And this is like gas pedal and gas stick. It is point 11, and this is choke what we need. This is like starting choke what we need when we start this our engine first time. It gives extra gasoline in engine when engine is cold and it is not yet warm. And this is so easy that it is in our dashboard, so easy to handle, and this is very light to use, like all device. I don't need to be bodybuilder like Arnold Schwarzenegger, young boy, that I can use these devices. And that's the switch especially for women. And then we go to next excellent thing. Okay, and then we go next thing what is really fantastic, and this is really Honda's this snow levels cutting, that when I press that, we can see I can cut like big chunk of snow or small chunk, because this my device is working, and this is really based on hydraulic gas spring. And let's go to look that. Honda really have this gas spring in here, and when I press that switch, this Honda's body moves to different locations. This is like stable, all cutting position, and then when I move that in here, now this is like in upside down, and we can see in this top area, this front area, that what it makes for this snow cutting. This purpose is that when I go to adjust this my cutting level, this is like starting point. Now this snowplower takes all snow, and when I change the switch, now there is like 10 centimeters, like 4 inch this cap in here, look, in that area, and I can let the in here like this 4 inches, like 10 centimeters this snow, and this is really useful if I have really big snow chunk to work, or if my area is really rocky, that there are rock particles and pieces in ground. And let's go to look that area even closer, that we can see that how this, like if this is like rock, that how this my thing works. I like to show that how this my snow cutting really works. I am now in dashboard and gas spring moves. Now the snowplower takes all snows, but then I can move that in up, and this is really easy, that now it takes only little bit that snow amount what is left in this ground area, like this 10 centimeters. And sooner I will show that how this really works. And next point why this Honda is the best, we go to these plates what cuts the snow when we are moving snow away. And these parts in here, they are made really excellent Japanese hard steel, and these are sharp and they really takes really well the snow away. But before of that, next point, it is point 14. I like to show that this Honda's body, it is welded steel, and this is also really unique. And let's go to look that body a little bit closer. When we look at Honda's body, there is really welded parts, that all parts are really durable because there is no any bolts, no any connections. They are really welded by welder steel together. And let's go to look closer. Here we can see really well that this part is separate and that part, and there is weld these lines in here, that dot and joint in here, this dot. And these are welded really well. This is really excellent engineering. Steel parts welded together, like US battleships in war. They are no any rivets, no any bolts, they are welded together. Really fantastic innovation in this Honda snowplower. This is like this Honda's gearbox and this final gear, and this is really amazing because there is oil based this gear, and we can change these transmission oils. And this part what I am meaning is really that one, this one in here. And let's go to look that we can see this oil bolts. Really this device, it includes about half quarter this transmission oil, GL5, like in manual gearbox oil, and in this is this opening bolt, drain out bolt and drain in bolt, and this is full of really same gearbox oil like Toyota Corolla's manual transmissions. Really fantastic, and we need to replace that oil within every 4 years. And it is really true, this part is full of oil, and this is really, it is not normal that we have gearbox what is made like cars gearbox, but this is Honda. And let's go to next innovation. This Honda, there is really fantastic this security device, that what happens if some big wooden lock goes to inside in this snow area. And there are those cutting bolts, and they are like double cutting bolts. Sometimes it really happens that some big wooden locks goes in that way inside in this snow area, and in this emergency situation there must be really fantastic fuses what goes broken, because otherwise this our system can damage really badly. And let's go to look those fuse bolts, fuse like cutting bolts. Okay, and now we can look closer, and in here this is first cutting bolt in here and what goes broken, and second bolt is this gray material, this is plastic, and this purpose is that if there is too much force then this part brokens. And also there is third bolt in here, we can look that area, we can see in here that there is one bolt also in here, and it is like third level cutting point. First bolt in here, and in that area we can see this third bolt, and then there is this plastic part what can also go broken, and then this is third bolt what can cut, and there is even in here fourth cutting bolt what can go broken. And all of these are that when we have big jam and stuck in here, these parts survives and this gear survives, but only these small bolts and very cheap parts goes broken. And we can purchase these parts very easily from Honda dealership. And I recommend to use these original parts because they are made weak by purpose. Because these parts must cut if something big goes inside in here. Next point, point 15. This Honda includes especially fast this snow plowing, this black plates in here, and it really throws this snow in really far away. It is like double longer than any another snow blower. This snow really flies about 40 feet away or 50 feet away, and it is really big, this area where this excellent snow blower sends this snow, and this is really good. And then we can look this little bit this electric, this adjustment. We can see that there are those fields, and really this throttle moves by automatic with this electric stick, and it works when this is running. And next great thing that why this Honda is best snowplower is that there is oil drying out bolt, and this is made also like double check bolt, that there is actually two bolts inside, and purpose is that if we damage the smaller bolt we can really easily replace this bolt in new one. And let's go to look closer. Okay, and this really works so that when we replace this engine oil we open this bolt, the smaller bolt, and sometimes if we tighten that too fast this can go cut. Then we only open this bigger bolt and it is easy to repair that damage. This is really great innovation. And force is 25 Newton meters what we use when we tighten that oil drying out bolt. And note also that there is in this very thick steel body there is dent in that area that we can install throttle, and it is so easy to replace these engine oils, and this is one fact also. Then next innovation is that this Honda, this use really there is no any clutch, there is hydraulic, this gearbox like automatic gearbox, and then there are really steel chains like in Honda's motorbikes, and there is no any weak parts, and we can look in their inner that we can see in that area that there are chains what moves these tracks, and these tracks they are rubber tracks and there are really steel chains, and this is top thing number 16. Okay, and then when we look inside we can see in there that there is really steel those chains. There is like motorbike and motorbike these things in there. It is a little bit difficult to see, but there we can see that there is really steel these chains in there what makes this movement in these tracks. And that means that when we can look in there that there is really steel chain in there, it is like motorbike engineering, and this is fantastic. And there is really this hydraulic gearbox what is full of oil. We can replace also oil in there. Okay, and then we go next thing. Next thing is that sometimes these our tracks can go jam and stuck, and when that kind of situation happens, there is inside in there, in this area, there is also cutting bolts what prevent and save and protect this gearbox, because there is also these fuse things. We can look in there, zoom, we can see in there small bolt in right in this chain. This is like security bolt what cuts if this track goes stuck. Very excellent engineering. And then we go next point. Next point is that there are adjusting bolts, that if I need to adjust this wheel track like more tight or less tight, it is easy to handle with that bolt. Excellent. And then we go next thing. Point is that in that bolt we can remove old gasolines in summertime, and there is also this tank, this switch that we can close fuel tank, and in that way when we open that we can take old gasolines away in summertime. And then we are this top points 19, and 19 point is that if we need any spare parts to this Honda's engine, we can purchase these parts really fast in USA and in Europe. And like in that my specific engine, there is 3 bigger oversized pistons for that engine, and this new piston cost $70 or euros. And this is really amazing, because normally this engine lasts 20 years, and even that there is 3 bigger oversized, like little bit bigger pistons for that engine. Can you believe? What are a little bit bigger, that we can install their bigger piston. This is amazing engineering. And of course, for final point is that there is really big warranty in this Honda's device. It is normally 2 years or even to 4 years in some US states. And this is best choice and best device for our wintertime snow works. And let's go to look then that how I start this device. Okay, and then remember to start always the snow plower in outside, no never in inside, because this exhaust gases kills us. And now I have opened this my door, and then I open and start this my device again. Starting first, I install this key in number 1, and then choke on, and then gas like middle level, and then I pull out this trigger. Okay.